Ladies and gentlemen, a moment of silence.
Today, we lost Stan Lee, the GOAT, the man. I don't really think there was really nobody like him left in the world. Like, we lost Walt Disney a long time ago, before I was born.
I hold Stan Lee over Walt Disney. I'm sorry.
I do too.
Actually, I'm not sorry. Disney just bankrolled the world after he died.
Yeah.
That's all that really happened with him.
But he was a great man. He will be remembered forever. His characters will go on forever. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
I'm Ace.
And I'm Droid.
And this is Movies for the People.
All right. Trying not to be somber and moving on. What do we see this week, Ace?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
You just said that so weird.
I did.
But yeah.
Queen.
No. I mean, yes, but no.
Frederick Saturn.
Is this what we're doing right now?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay. Cool.
Well, what'd you think?
It was long.
It was.
My most of my opinion about this movie aside, this movie was long as fuck. And I don't know, what was the actual runtime, do you know?
I really don't know. I'd say about 4 hours.
That's what it felt like, bro. And I think that's not good. Like, I think we've talked about this before. Like, a movie can be long and not feel long.
Yeah.
But like, this movie felt long.
It wasn't bad. It just was long. Like,
right.
I think it just needed some stuff to pick it up at certain points.
Yeah.
Just like Freddy.
It was 2 hours and 13 minutes. So honestly, it really wasn't that long. It just felt long as fuck.
That's a long biopic.
Yeah.
Like, the new edition one on TV was like 4 hours.
But how many years did that cover?
Well, they were like children, and then they were like in their 30s or 40s.
Good point. Man, I need to go watch that too. I wanted to watch it so bad. Anyway, this one covered what, like 16 years, I think?
Probably.
I think it was about like 16 years, because I think at the end they talked about the original release of Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah.
Because it was 16 years after Bohemian Rhapsody had been released that it went number one again on the charts. Which means this movie really was like, what, 20 years?
20
was
years.
Was it that long?
After, or 20 years, like, time span in the movie?
The time span of the movie. The movie didn't end at the end of Freddie Mercury's life.
Yeah. I thought that was kind of weird that they didn't. But I get it. I feel like it might have been a respect thing. Right.
And also, it's one of those things, like, you know what happens.
Yeah, that is a hard thing to watch. I wouldn't want to watch that.
Right. I don't think,
especially after they're feeling that long ass movie.
I don't think he would have wanted people to watch that either.
Yeah.
So there's that. Tell you what my first thought about this movie was, though.
What?
He walks into his house.
Should we spoil that now? Is that a spoiler?
Is it a spoiler? Because this is all about like
spoiler.
Yeah, this is like all stuff that happened. I don't know if that's a spoiler. They're like, because if people know Freddie Mercury, I guess they know. Our mutual friend, I was like, did you know this about Freddie Mercury? She's like, yeah. And I was like, did you? She answered way too fast, and I wasn't sure if I believed her or not.
She recently found that out. Nobody knew that.
Evidently, a couple people did.
Nobody knew that shit.
Because somebody else I talked to,
people to know that.
I don't know. Is it a spoiler? I don't know.
Go ahead and say it. But let's save the rest of the stuff that happened in the movie for the.
Okay. The first thing that happens, he walks into his house, you see his family, and I look at his mom and I was like, wait a second. I only caught a little bit, but she looked like she got a little color in her. Time out. What? Wait. And then they like actually showed the I was like, what? Time out. And then they showed the dad who
stereotypical
like
Pakistani man? Punjab? No, he's not Pakistani.
They're Farsi.
They're stereotypical Farsi man.
I don't think you can say stereotypical. Like, how many people even like?
I'm telling you, that nigga looks like a stereotypical Middle Eastern guy at that age range.
Yeah, they're like Persian. It's very complicated. I can't get into this. I'm not from the Middle East, but it's like, yeah, they're like in Iran. Anyway,
they're Middle Eastern,
not white.
Yeah, which surprised the hell out of me,
bruh. I was like, okay, this changes everything. And then we move forward. Very long movie. I liked it, but I definitely think there were some pacing issues.
I'd agree.
Like, it starts out, honestly, it kind of starts out slow, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, the beginning is probably the longest part, maybe the first, like, 50 minutes. Just, like, getting into them becoming queen.
I don't know. It's definitely not what I was expecting.
Correct.
I was expecting, some rock stars to do rock star things.
Expecting a joyride.
Not
some
fun shit, not all that sad shit.
I expected to come in the movie. So you think you can? And I was like, okay, we're just gonna. Fine, I guess we'll walk up the steps and cheer.
Oh man, I really enjoyed it. Right. I probably will never watch this movie again just because I don't have 13 years.
If we watch this movie again, our kids will be doing this podcast.
It was a lot. It would have been funny if this was a movie to come back to, like after one of those breaks that we had. Just be like, we were watching Bohemian Rhapsody the whole time. I think Rami Malek did a amazing job.
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed everybody a lot. I think every character was well acted.
Right. I agree with that. One thing that was really weird for me though, maybe it was just me, but it did seem like throughout most of the movie, it just kind of seemed like he was a dick.
He was.
Okay. And it was one of those things where it almost like ruined the movie for me.
He wasn't a dick. That's what I think the whole movie was about.
He was like really a dick. And I was just like, people like really appreciate this dude. And there is a point at which, in my eyes, he redeemed himself that I can't really get into now. But yeah, it was one of those times where like there's a character in the movie and you don't like that character, and it's really hard for you to like keep that out of your opinion for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big part for me. I like the music, obviously. I don't think anybody who was going to see the movie really disagreed with that.
I'm gonna just tell you this: every song in there a little overrated. I think there's a lot better singers out there than Freddie.
Well, that's
I think
understandable.
I think he was probably not even the best in the band. I'm sure at that Live Aid thing, he was the worst performance there.
I mean, nobody was donating until they played.
I'm gonna tell you this: Freddie Mercury, trash.
Okay, is that what
Lady Gaga, Freddie Mercury. If you can't tell, the mic's like way down. Actually, I'm not gonna put Freddie Mercury down.
I mean, you might enjoy it.
I mean,
He might be able to work that out. I don't.
Yeah, his life was interesting. Is definitely like, we all know that he was gay.
He didn't know he was gay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he found out. He found out pretty early on in the movie. It kind of took a while for him to actually.
Yeah.
Well, there was hints, like it from the very beginning, but for them to actually be like, "Oh, I think I'm gay."
It's not even what was said. We'll get into what was said because it was actually really funny to me.
It was kind of funny.
It was kind of shitty for like the people involved, but man, I like it because there's so much. I mean, I think this is the case with most celebrities. Obviously, they're normal people and they live relatively normal lives, but there's so much you don't know about them. Like, you just get what.
Well, especially in that time, like, I think nowadays we know a lot more about our celebrities.
Right.
Back then, they didn't have shit. A magazine article that someone wrote.
Right.
A fucking spot on the news every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while.
Like, that was it. They didn't know shit about Freddie. They thought he was white.
I'm not questioning if people know more about me than they know about Freddie.
Like what people? The people?
Yeah.
Listening?
Mm-hmm. I mean, if they've been listening, they know, like, very peculiar stuff.
They might.
I'm pretty sure there's, like, one episode where I, like, specifically put out the number of days since I've had sex. Spoiler alert, I haven't.
Damn.
I wish we were doing video just now so they could have seen your face.
Well, I was trying to segue into a joke about that and Freddie, and then it just felt wrong in my heart.
Could have make jokes about a young virgin man and some provocateur.
Provocateur. If there's any ladies out there looking to hop on the droid train, beep boop.
What do you mean? Beep boop. Everybody knows trains choo choo.
Yeah, but you're a droid.
Okay.
Beep boop.
Beep boop. Okay, I can accept that.
God, this nigga ruins my jokes. They got it.
Yeah, after it was explained.
Maybe I just want the people to think a little bit, huh? You gotta walk all over my fucking humor.
It's in my way.
But yeah, it's a good one. I definitely recommend you see it. I don't know about the songs were pretty dope to hear like in the theater.
Yeah.
If you got a dope surround system, maybe you can watch it at home.
Gotta get that Dolby Atmos. No, I definitely think it's one where you either need to have like, I agree with that. You need to be watching it in the theater or have a surround sound just for the music. I mean,
when you hit some of those notes and you can like hear it all around you, you're just like, whoa.
It's always crazy to me when people who you haven't heard sing in movies.
Was he really singing?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I was questioning that. Like I never questioned.
I never Googled
Lady
it.
Gaga.
Yeah, Lady Gaga. When she sang, I was like, damn, that's Lady Gaga. When Bradley Cooper sang, I was like, damn, I actually know if that's really him singing.
Right.
Like, I don't think he actually sang. And if he did, Rami Malek's got a pretty damn good voice. I don't know what he's doing acting. He's a better singer than he is an actor. And he's a pretty good actor. Are you Googling it?
Yep.
Did you find anything?
Nope. I mean, yep, but...
Nope, he didn't sing? It was probably some guy named Paul.
I don't know. Bro, I'm so annoyed that I stumbled upon this article. I don't care if he sang anymore.
Why?
Because that article was just so stupid. They're just like tearing the movie apart.
Was it about the gay stuff?
Nah, they were like, first off, Freddie never tried to start a solo career. And blah, 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 blah. It was like,
I thought some of the songs that like he was singing in that solo, like during his solo career part thing in the movie, were real songs.
I don't know, but according to that, that's not the case. And they got mad because of the ending where I stopped myself.
Good job.
I stopped myself.
All right. Well, let's just give our final thoughts on the movie. What do you think? Go see it. Wait for Netflix.
Go see it. Make sure you got time and like a Red Bull. It's good, but it's long.
I agree. Go see it. Take your man friend.
Or your girlfriend.
Nah. Before we move on to trailer talk, I just want to say there's a scene, of course everyone probably knows this, where Freddie Mercury kisses another man. And during that scene, there was a guy behind us that just goes,
It was hilarious.
I almost died laughing. Then I was like, oh man, I don't want to start, just laughing at the gay scene. Someone might beat me up. These gay niggas are with the shit nowadays.
I mean, I don't assume that like that guy was gay.
I do.
I assume that the guy was like, he didn't appreciate there being the gay scene. That's what I assume. This is North Dakota.
I don't think he knew anything about Queen, because also when like Freddie draws some shit, he's like, Queen? I don't think that guy knew anything about this movie going in. I think his friend was just like, hey bro, I really think you should come see this movie with me.
And then they saw it together.
And that dude was like, they walked out the theater and that dude was like, why the fuck you take me to this gay shit?
He was trying to tell him something.
He's just trying to show him how he really feels.
That's Maybe.
Maybe.
The world may never know.
Trailer talk.
So like this really weird thing happened today, right? I'm at work and my friend whose name won't be mentioned until she gives us permission to use her name on the podcast was like,
for right now, her name will be Judith.
Judith indeed.
Judith.
So I'm sitting here. See, the problem is you called her Judith and like my immediate thoughts was like, Judy with the booty? That Judy? So anyway, I'm sitting there, I'm like at work and I get this text from Judy with the booty and they're like, I don't know how to feel about this. I look down at my phone and it's a link to the Pokemon Detective Pikachu movie. And I was like,
another cartoon Pokemon movie?
No. It's live action.
Is it starring Ash Ketchum?
No. Ash ain't catching shit.
Please tell me it's not the black guy from Jurassic Park. Or Jurassic World 2. Or the Get Down. Molly!
That's exactly who it is.
Molly!
And Ryan Reynolds. As Pikachu.
Deadpool.
As Pikachu. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So, like, here's my thing. I've never expected... I literally have just been like, no, fuck this movie. Don't care about it. Don't want to hear shit about it. Keep this shit out of my timeline. Don't talk to me about it. Don't send me pictures about it. And I'm like, maybe this will be all right. Maybe they won't fail us again.
When did they fail us before?
The list grows every day.
Can Pokemon just get off Pikachu's dick?
No.
No, for real.
Pikachu was never even supposed to be a thing.
For 20 years, this nigga's just been giving them everything. And then they want to come out with a game, Let's Go Pikachu. Now it's a Detective Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds.
Let's Go Eevee too. It's a dual version like all the other Pokemon games have had.
Fuck that game. I want a real Pokemon game.
It is a real Pokemon game.
Barely.
Nah, like it's literally like Pokemon Red, Blue, and Green with like some Pokemon Go mechanics.
Some.
And
only 75%
current graphics. No.
It's doo-doo. I don't want it. It's trash. Get that shit out of here.
You should look more into it. Anyway.
I probably should. I have no idea what I'm talking about. People don't listen to me.
Well, he means that for the last like 15 seconds of stuff he was talking about. For the last like 30 seconds of stuff he was talking about.
How long has this podcast been going?
I don't know. 27
minutes is how long. I don't know what I've been talking about.
You shouldn't tell the people that.
It's only because I'm just high off that black tar heroin.
You shouldn't tell them. Yeah. So yeah, it's starring Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool, Justice Smith as an original character, and like a bunch of other people as original characters. And they live in a city called Rhyme City.
Rhyme? Like,
yeah.
Like Busta? Or like a rhinestone?
I didn't say rhyme. I said rhyme.
Oh.
Yeah. But not like the nursery rhyme or Busta, but like R-I-M-E.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know if they're in the Sinnoh region. It's really weird.
Wasn't there a poster of this?
There was there's a poster of like Sinnoh League Championship. So like it takes place in a world similar to the show and games. It's not just like Earth, I think.
I'm definitely very interested to see this movie.
Yeah. It looks like it's gonna be good. There's like a fight club. Charizard was in there smacking niggas. There was like a moment where it looked like there was like an avalanche, and I'm really hoping that it's a Tyranitar, because anybody who knows anything about Pokemon, not true. Anybody who knows about the way Pokemon are scaled, like Pikachu's supposed to be a lot smaller than he is, but Tyranitar is supposed to be a lot. Tyranitar in the show is like way bigger, which is like really weird because like the Pokedex entry is like when Tyranitar goes on a rampage, maps have to be redrawn. And I was like, if these niggas have to deal with the Tyranitar in the movie, rampaging and terraforming shit, it's gonna be lit. I'm gonna be happy. I want to see it. We never got that. We only get it from Kyogre and Groudon. All right, I'm gonna stop Pokemon nerding out now.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I can't wait for this movie.
I'm pretty excited. It makes me happy.
Yay.
I didn't want to be excited, but I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're finally going to get a good live-action Pokemon movie.
Hopefully. And if not, then I guess I'll have to fight Ryan Reynolds. By the way, let me tell you the like weirdest shit happened. Ryan Reynolds tweets so much that this morning I got a fucking like notification from Twitter, and I was driving to work and looked at it, and there's this dude I knew from high school named Ryan, and I low-key thought Ryan Reynolds was just some dude I knew from high school posting on Twitter because he posts that much.
Yeah, he posts a lot.
This shit was hilarious. What'd you get for your trailer?
What did I get?
Yeah. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Only
What'd you get? What'd you get?
only the fourth installment to probably the greatest film franchise in history.
Really?
I mean, Toy Story 2 is like #1 movie on everything. So, yes. Toy Story 4. It was my movie trailer.
Interesting.
It looks interesting. We get all the toys. They're, dancing in a circle to some music. And then it says
It's
next
just
summer.
Like, come in, it's like, music makes you lose control. Music makes you lose control.
And then it says next summer. And then you see this fork with like those twisty things on it and his face drawn on it. He's like, I'm not a toy. I don't belong here. And then everyone falls. Then he runs away.
Your face. Are you... What? It's a good song.
Lit.
Stop.
Lit. That's my favorite song of all time. You guys ever heard that song? Huh, people?
If you have, let me know.
If you have heard that song before, definitely let him know. And let me know, because I'm not sure.
It's really
You guys
bad
have
that
heard
neither
that.
one of us are sure about that, and you don't know why.
Lit.
Everybody.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's really the end of the... Like, there was not a lot of detail in this teaser trailer.
No, it's a teaser.
But I'm excited. Next summer, we get Toy Story 4.
Indeed.
Bimbander?
Commander.
For the real movie of this podcast?
Okay, so here's the thing, right? We literally picked this movie last night, and we're like, you know what? We're not disappointed. Neither one of us has seen this movie, but we've heard about it. It looks like it's okay. Obviously, if we've heard about it, it's a pretty old movie, so it's got to have left an impression on some people. And
Who's
then
it
we
starring?
watched it. Starring Tom Hanks.
And
acting his ass off.
Probably his best performance in his film history.
Like, he was really, honestly, he was really fucking good.
It's Tom Hanks. It's like saying, that water's really wet.
The water's not wet. Damn it. Fuck. Don't want to have this argument on the podcast right now. And a dog. Tom Hanks and a dog.
Tom Hanks and a dog?
A French dog.
Snoop Dogg?
No, a French dog.
Or a Snoop Dogg.
Not a dog from the West Coast. The movie was Turner and Hooch.
Turner and Hooch?
Turner and Hooch.
What?
Scott Turner and Hooch.
Wasn't Scott Turner Mr. Turner's name in Boy Meets World?
Don't know, but Scott Turner was someone we know. Who I won't like. If you're listening and you know Scott Turner, you probably don't like Scott Turner.
Fact.
I didn't know him very well, but either way, he can go fuck himself. Whatever. Can I say that?
Maybe. But I think you may have the Scotts mixed up.
No. No, I mean both Scotts.
Both Scotts. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was always told that the one I didn't like was shitty, but like the other one was more shitty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Big facts. All right.
Anyway, so Turner and Hooch was like, not gonna lie, a good fucking movie.
It really was.
And it wasn't even like, it's weird because it was a basic ass movie.
It's a basic premise. And let me, as soon as we were done, Jordan was like, tell me why I'm more excited to talk about this than Bohemian Rhapsody. Like it was a good one.
I was like, I'm annoyed that I like that I was born in 93, but I wish I would have been exposed to this movie earlier in life.
Yeah.
Man. Like, Tom Hanks, great. The dog that played Hooch, fucking amazing.
Best actor I've ever seen in a movie.
Like, whoever trained that dog should have gotten a fucking Academy Award.
He really should have.
Man. That, like, I just died. Like, when you were talking about, actually, we'll start from the beginning. So, Tom Hanks, real straight-laced, super organized, like, OCD ass cop. Like, literally the first scene is this dude.
Investigator.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize. Anyway, the first scene is him getting ready for work and then going to bed. Like, I literally thought this dude was up and ready for the day. And this dude, like, flosses and gets a workout and puts his clothes out. Let me tell you, it takes a different kind of person to get that ready for the day the night before. I don't do it.
Like, he ground his coffee beans the night before, had that all set. What else did he do? Didn't he microwave something?
Nah, but he had this thing with his clothes.
I don't know what that was.
All right, so we're going to describe this. And for our older listeners, please help us, all right? I know that we're, like, dating ourselves right now, but... So he takes his pants and puts them on, like, a little rack. And there's a door to the rack, and he closes it. And I think it was steaming them, like an iron, which is just weird to me because irons have been around for fucking ever. So, like, for somebody to use something other than that, I don't get it.
Well, and the thing is if this thing was so dope that he had it, why don't we have them nowadays?
I'm telling you, there had to be, like, a series of fucked up events, and then people just stopped using them.
Some kid died. Little Billy didn't make it out of the steamer.
Oh,
he was
man.
like, I wonder what happens if I close myself in here. No. I'm going to be wrinkle-free forever. I'll never age.
Stop.
And he never aged.
Oh, my God. Somebody please, like, let us know. What the fuck? I'm not even going to look for it. I'm just going to wait for you guys to answer. I could Google it, but I'm not gonna. I'm going to resist the urge as I hold my phone away from me.
I'm surprised there's not like a Google. You just take a picture of something and then they're just like,
right?
This is what this is.
Actually, I think there is.
I'm sure it's not
there's
good.
Google image search that's like pretty good.
Well, why the fuck didn't we do that?
Because we watched the movie and then we started recording.
True. Maybe I'll take a picture when I go home.
Either way, like you don't get a good enough shot of that thing.
I will figure it out.
Okay.
Detective Pikachu is on the case.
But you're not Detective Pikachu.
I am.
No, Ryan Reynolds is.
I'm Ryan Reynolds.
No, you're not. Bro, if you pulled off a fucking mask, I would literally fight you. You know how mad I would be at you for being Ryan Reynolds and never, like...
Using my power to promote this podcast.
Or help me with fucking student loans or some shit.
At least get us a studio.
Right. Fuck. Oh, this is like, what, week 4?
Week 47.
Week 4 of recording from Droid's bedroom. Yeah. But, that's going to change.
Pretty soon here.
Change gonna come. But yes, it will. Yeah. Man, I'll just listen. In my head, I'm just like, I want I forgot all about that meme until just now.
Can we talk about Turner and Hooch?
Yes.
The cinematic masterpiece?
It was just such a great movie. Like, it flowed very well.
Do you think it's that good, or have we just been on such a bad... Like, even the movies that we wanted to watch that we watched...
From Midway? Yeah.
Like, those two, Sorry to Bother You, and then what was the other one? There's another black one.
Sorry to Bother You.
What did we do 2 weeks ago, people? Answer us now.
I mean, that would be nice if we were live, but bro, if somebody was so on it that they just like, if we were live and they just like answered immediately, I'd be so proud of them.
Jeff.
Jeff probably knows.
Jeff does know.
Let me tell you guys about Jeff really quick. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to figure out what we did 2 weeks ago. So Jeff, the day we put out our last episode, texts me like 4 hours after it gets uploaded and is like, hey, sorry, just wanted to let you know I'm not going to be able to listen to the episode until later. Doing an unfortunate series of events, I ended up leaving my headphones at home, and I'm going to have to listen to it a little while. I was like, that is dedication, people. All right?
I didn't all dream to be Jeff.
I didn't put him on a fucking schedule. He ain't listening on my time. I ain't got money for that. So for Jeff to, oh man, it was just beautiful. Just, you guys find people who support you. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I actually like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yeah, what was the one before that? Oh, Slice.
That was the one.
That was the one we were like super excited about, and it wasn't that awesome. But yeah, Jeff, thank you. May you prosper in life. I don't think it was an amazing movie. Back to what you were asking. Like, yes, I definitely do think that because of our recent... Hell, most of our bin banters have low-key been trash.
Yeah, there really hasn't been... There's been a couple that I thought were okay.
But this is definitely...
my favorite one.
Yeah. I think it flowed well. There were some times, like in the very beginning, when Scott's going to the pier to meet Amos, the cinematography was weird. Like, it gets like really artsy, like we're moving around.
Yeah.
And it was like
overly artsy. I'm like, my nigga, this is a comedy. Like, chill out.
But it wasn't though. Like, it was, but it was more serious than a comedy in some. It was a buddy cop movie.
It was a buddy cop movie with Just so they got rid of the buddy cop movie and replaced him with a dog.
Yeah.
Carl Winslow.
Yeah. Carl Winslow was not the dog, just so you know.
He
Carl Winslow and the dog.
And this is his most action-packed movie. I've never seen Die Hard, but I assume it was less action-packed than this. This dude was getting wild. He jumped over a rail onto a set of stairs. Real dangerous. He could have fallen. He's a big boy. He might have hurt himself. There was something else he did that was pretty action-packed, too.
Tom Hanks, when they were leaving the police station, when he jumped over that desk, he jumped over like the desk and the rails and everything. I was like, this dude is moving. I mean,
when he was running,
yeah, when he was
you
trying
better
to
remember who the fuck that nigga is. That's Forrest motherfucking Gump.
When did Forrest Gump come out? Did this movie come out before or after Forrest Gump?
Before.
Okay.
Forrest Gump, I think, came out like 90s.
Okay, so he was
80s.
This is like Forrest Gump in the making.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very surprised. I was like, okay, I could see them using a stuntman for like that random ass jump, but like, I see you, Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, if you would have used a stuntman for that scene, you would have been trash. You would have been a horrible actor. I would have never respected you again. I would have hated Woody. Forrest Gump would have been a bitch.
You know what the worst thing about this movie was? I think I was telling you earlier that like for some reason I blanked out and couldn't remember any Tom Hanks movies. So I could just like whenever Tom Hanks would yell in the movie, I was like, that sounds like something else. And you were like, Castaway, Toy Story, and I was like, oh, okay. And then at one point he like yelled and like I just like, oh, that's Woody. Okay. I can tell now. I don't remember what he said. I think he was yelling at somebody. He's like, "Oh, you're right."
Oh, it was when the chick was running away from picking up Hooch.
Oh, yeah. It was. I enjoyed the movie. It was.
I did too.
Pacing was good, I think. Yeah, it was a little bit. It was a bit predictable, but I think when we say that things are predictable, I don't know if that's necessarily the case because we're looking at them from the future, right? So, like, a movie can do something original, and then a bunch of movies do that, and somebody watching the movie 20 years later is like, oh, I saw that coming.
And that's why I kind of, like, think with movies nowadays, if it's predictable, it's a lot worse than, like, again, plus I'm not expecting much in this movie about a cop and a dog.
Right. If
it's predictable, I'm fine with that as long as it entertains me.
Yeah. There was one scene I kind of thought was useless was when the old lady gave him the cupcakes. But I guess it it established that, like, this is a small town.
Yeah, it's a small town, and he used that cupcake.
He did, barely.
To try and stop Hooch.
I mean, barely, because it didn't work. Hooch was a G, low key.
Hooch was a nasty nigga.
He would fuck you up if he had to. You saw a dime piece, he went for it with consent.
He was always chilling with his 40.
He really was. Like Hooch could have made it off real well in the ghetto.
I'm pretty sure Hooch and DMX are the same person.
Isn't DMX like a preacher now, though?
That nigga ain't no preacher.
I'm pretty positive DMX is a preacher.
Okay, he may be a preacher, but that nigga ain't no preacher. Like, he may preach, but he is no preacher. That is DMX. That is one of the most wild people to ever enter hip-hop.
I'm pretty sure he, like, still a little bit wild, but now he's a preacher.
He'll fuck you up in the name of the Lord.
Amen.
I would love to go to one of his services, though. And I don't, like, I'm not even religious, like, but that shit would be lit.
Yeah.
And then the Lord said,
I don't think there was much that was like super funny. Like there were things that like made me chuckle, but nothing that was like slapping my knee, jumping back and forth in my seat laughing. And I was okay with that because, like I said, the story flowed well. We actually kind of, I think anybody who's watching movies and likes dogs gets that like stupid, oh, I love it because it's a dog thing. But I think we were actually given like reason to kind of, appreciate Hooch. He's been through a lot.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. He does die. For all the people who need to know that before they watch a movie. But boy, he played the fuck out of that.
Yo, this nigga did more than just play dead. Like, they said play dead, and he was like,
His eyes were fading. Like, I just don't even know how you train a dog to do that.
It was the best acting I've ever seen on the screen.
Especially out of an animal.
Like, I'm really trying to think of someone who could top that. Maybe Leo in What's Eating Gilbert Grape? Or Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder?
No.
Not even Robert Downey Jr.?
No. I don't even know Hooch's real name, but like fuck.
It's Hooch.
The dog's name in real life, I mean.
It's Hooch.
I feel like it's not. I wonder if he's still, how long is it now? He's probably dead now. It's been like
It's been a long time. Tom Hanks is almost dead.
It's been almost 30 years. Go watch Turner and Hooch. Like, you can probably find it where the fuck ever.
Yeah, go try and find it somewhere. Buy it. I say buy it.
Yeah. It's probably cheap as fuck.
That's the point of bin banter. We let you know if you should go to the bin and find it. Go to the Walmart bin. It is $3.75.
And buy that bitch.
Buy it.
Enjoy. How long was it? Shit, I don't even remember.
I think it was like an hour 45.
Yeah, enjoy that hour and 45. It was good.
I really liked it. I'll probably watch it again one day. Buy it.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Buy that bitch. Watch that shit. Enjoy yourself. Yeah. Ooh.
Are you ready?
Fire. Yes, I'm ready.
For our spoiler discussion?
I'm ready. I really shouldn't do that. I don't even like SpongeBob like that anymore.
First off, fuck you.
I'm just... Old SpongeBob's cool. New SpongeBob's...
There isn't even new SpongeBob.
Yes, there is.
SpongeBob is like Family Guy nowadays. They're like, let's just drop an episode like every 10 months. Like, I don't know what these shows are doing.
I'm pretty sure SpongeBob still has consistent episodes coming out. Like, we don't see them because we don't have cable.
I've got Hulu.
Okay.
They drop a random episode every 10 months.
There's SpongeBob's on Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
I'm probably wrong though. Like I said, I don't know nothing.
I feel like you're not even like looking for SpongeBob like that. So
I look for SpongeBob every day. He is my Lord, my Savior. He is Thanos.
Well, that makes no sense.
Doesn't
you tried it though.
Who do you think would win in a fight though?
Between SpongeBob and Thanos?
SpongeBob is a karate master. SpongeBob also can't take damage. Thanos is a karate master.
Why can't SpongeBob take damage?
Because it just goes into him.
Okay, like, he can't take damage from brute force, but, like, motherfuckers can cut SpongeBob.
He won't feel it, and he'll just grow it back.
Let me tell you something, all right? As much as I don't fuck with Thanos, Thanos will erase SpongeBob. And Doodle Bob approves this message.
I don't know about that one.
Me noy, boy.
Me hoy.
Exactly.
SpongeBob. There was a weird obsession with SpongeBob for everybody. Like the whole world loves SpongeBob way too much at one point.
I feel like you're speaking for America when you say the whole world.
I'm speaking for the whole world. SpongeBob is universal. It was the number one children's show. It still is the number one children's show ever.
Let me tell you something. This nigga lives in a pineapple under the sea. All right, he's not universal. He's local to he's local to Bikini Bottom.
And where's Bikini Bottom?
Who knows?
Not in the country.
Maybe in like the Marianas Trench or some shit. We ain't found it yet.
I don't know where that is. I don't sell boats.
It's the deepest part of the ocean that we found.
But I don't sell boats.
Well, don't sell boats over that bitch because there might be some shit down there that's gonna eat your ass. Cause we don't fuck with the ocean.
All right. If you have not seen Bohemian Rhapsody, or if you don't know anything about Freddie Mercury, please go watch it, come back, and enjoy.
Indeed.
So my motherfucker is Middle Eastern. Like that.
Right?
That shit was crazy, bro.
That shit threw me way the fuck off.
Like I saw that and I was just like, I was like, this is going to be a movie full of surprises. And then it really wasn't.
I want to preface this real quick. It's not really a preface. It's like, I just want so I don't know much about Freddie Mercury's life.
I don't either.
And that being said, everything we know is going off of this movie. So if you have some weird ass disagreement about how some shit didn't happen, keep it the fuck out of here. Because we're talking about the movie, not this nigga's life.
Big fact.
Partially his life.
But if you do want funk,
we got the funk.
Hit us up.
Doom. 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 Anyway, that's not the same song.
It's not.
I know.
Well,
I just couldn't think of the. That's the same song. Okay.
This nigga all singing tonight.
Like, I'm all singing all the time.
Tell us nigga to stop singing this shit. Always singing.
It's a movie about niggas who sing.
There was
musical
one
niggas.
nigga in there. What? That one.
They played a concert in Africa, nigga. There was a lot of white people, but there was probably
in Africa. Was it? I'm pretty sure that was in America. Oh, no, that was in England.
No, the last one.
Yeah.
It was a charity thing.
Yeah, but it was at Wembley, which is in
Whitby.
Wigmy.
I really don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
It was at an old stadium that's in England, London, Britain. Wherever the fuck those motherfuckers are that we whooped their ass a long time ago.
Okay, so first off, Live Aid is the name of the concert.
Yeah, it was the biggest concert ever.
Was it?
Billions, nigga. Billions.
It was in England. It was in England.
Duh.
Oh, that's weird.
What?
It was like also... It was in England, but also in Philly.
Yeah, they had like multiple locations.
Simultaneously.
And it was televised. There's
well, I'll take shit I don't know about for $500. And I'm not going home with that $500. Anyway, I'm making loud sounds.
Yeah, it was like when they really first show in the very beginning when he's walking and he's meeting the band. They show him look at that dude and that dude look at him and you're like, okay, this nigga's gay. He doesn't know he's gay. But then he goes and tries on some lady clothes, and he's like, "Not today. Ho ho ho.
He still doesn't know
like
he's gay.
women."
Yeah.
And then he goes on tour. Then he meets a nigga at a truck stop, and he throws some pipe down in the bathroom. And then he comes home.
No, he doesn't. He thinks about it.
They never just said what he did or not. They just showed it, and then they cut away. They showed him looking.
Yeah.
That is it. Freddie Mercury was a nasty nigga. Fucking truckers in a fucking truck stop bathroom.
Because at that point, he did think he was bisexual. he thought he was bisexual, and he told, what was her name?
Mary.
Mary? Was it Mary?
I think so.
Well, we're going with Mary from here on out. He told her, he's like, I've been thinking about it very hard, and I think I'm bisexual. She's like, nigga, you gay.
That shit was hella funny.
Like she dropped it on him too. She's like, I've known for so long.
She literally said nigga.
She did not
she was
say
a white
nigga.
woman.
A white woman from the UK did not say nigga.
She was like,
not in
"Nigga, you
fucking
gay."
80 whatever. Whatever year that was. And it was our 60s, 70s. I don't fucking know. Don't ask me about years.
They didn't really clarify what year it was
I
when
don't
all
know
this
how
was going
old
on.
I am sometimes.
You're about 29.
Nah, I know I'm not that old.
37?
Nah, I know I'm not that old.
45.
Nah, I know I'm not that old.
25.
Probably. I think so. But low-key, I'm at that point in my life where I don't think about it for so long. And then when I try to remember, I'm just like, what was I? I was born in 93? Okay. Yeah, I'm 25.
That scene was hilarious when she told him he was gay. And then he was like, "Will you marry me? You're supposed to be my wife forever. Don't take off that ring."
Well, he had already married her, but yeah, she's ready to take off the ring, and he's like, you promise you never take it off.
No.
And I'm like, bro, I get that you want to be, like, you want her to be a big part of your life, but you're not attracted to her in a way that she wants you to be. And she's kind of hurt. I mean, she's really hurt over that shit. Just let her take off the ring. So this nigga buys her a house next door. A big ass house.
Flashlights at each other.
And like, it was like the fucking Taylor Swift music video from 2008, where they were like in the fucking window. And I mean, they didn't have like dry erase boards or none of that shit, but I'm assuming, yeah,
Morse code.
I'm pretty sure they didn't know Morse code. I was thinking about that. I was like, what do they know Morse code? And I was like, they probably don't know Morse code.
They know Morse code. His name is Freddie Mercury.
That's cool.
He knows Morse code.
Just because he's named after a planet.
He can sing Morse code.
I mean, and also that's not his real name. What was his real name? His
real name is Fred.
No, it wasn't.
It was like Farik.
Yeah, it was like definitely not an English name.
But he said Freddie. His last name was like Uganda.
Really?
Farik Uganda.
His name was Farrokh Bulsara.
That was close enough.
Fun facts. Freddie Mercury is not Freddie Mercury's real name, and now you know. And knowing is half the battle.
No one's name is their real name. Like, I was so disappointed when I found out 50 Cent's name really isn't 50 Cent. Same with Dr. Dre.
I mean, it doesn't really matter if his name is Dre.
Eminem.
He's still a doctor. You can be a doctor and not be named Dre. It's fine.
I don't know about that. There's only one doctor that matters. That's Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but like, just because his name isn't Dre, it doesn't matter. He's still a doctor, so it works.
You know how he was the first billionaire rapper?
Yeah.
What number billionaire doctor do you think he was?
20.
I wasn't expecting an answer. That was good.
We're moving through events in this movie much faster than they are moving through events in the movie. I just want to put that out there.
Just bore the
No,
people.
I want the people to know that. Like, we're moving. I think we're like 7 years into this movie.
Yeah, about that.
Also, I didn't know that he was born with like extra teeth.
Yeah, he said his mouth was bigger so he can fit more in it.
Yes, that's not what he said. It's not what he said.
That was a quote. He said my teeth are weird, so because my mouth is super big, so I can fit a lot in there.
No, he said I was born with 2 extra molars, and I have more range because I have more room in my mouth. He did not say anything about fitting shit in there. This guy. His teeth bugged me the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, and the same with, like, I feel like he did Papillon because he wanted to just get used to having those teeth in his mouth and dick.
What if he like didn't have what if like that was just a line for the movie and not something in real life?
Wait, the extra molars?
Yes.
It probably wasn't a real thing in real life. They're just like, how do we explain this nigga's ugly ass mouth? Like, the Brits will get it, but America will be like, what the fuck, bro?
Oh my god, I feel like I have to find out about that now. Fuck. Well, that's a Google search for later. Google.
What do you think about the people, like, upset that they didn't dive too deep into his gay life? I feel like they went pretty damn far into his gay life.
I feel like it's not your fucking business, bitch. I'm just saying, like, they gave enough.
They definitely gave enough. Like, what did you want? Did you want Remy Malek to be getting piped down on the stage in front of the crowd?
I mean, like, you can only get, like, we don't know how many people Freddie Mercury had been with in his life, and it's not our fucking business how many people he'd been with. Just because he's a celebrity that you like doesn't entitle you to that information about a person.
Yeah.
So, I repeat what I said. It's not your fucking business, bitch.
It really isn't. Like, leave that nigga alone. You got enough gay in there. He's still an idol for you guys. Let him be. He's dead.
And he lives on through his music.
Through his music. I saw pictures of him, like, at the times after this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga looked funny. He, like, shaved his head and was, like, bald up here and had a beard.
Really?
Yeah, he was real funny looking.
That's interesting. I'll have to look that. There's a lot I'm going to Google about Freddie Mercury.
Freddie Murphy, the third Murphy brother.
Okay. And we're back. Freddie Mercury. That's what I meant to say. That ain't what came out. It's just so close to Eddie that I'm thinking about it.
There's Eddie, Charlie, and Freddie.
The moment where you like say some embarrassing shit that you really want to take out, but it's too funny to take out.
That's always like the worst part about editing.
I hope you guys enjoy this at my expense. I love you. Especially y'all random ass people from Sweden and Spain. Once again, please do not hack our shit.
Yeah, please don't. Do you trust the sweets? Do you?
Yeah.
Mike's down. Do you really?
I mean, low-key, I feel like they would treat me better than our current president wants to treat me.
Probably.
So, there's that. Put it in your bag and shove it.
You're big. You know, I've been thinking a lot about Trump. I don't think he's racist. I don't think he, like,
I didn't
hates
say
black.
he was racist. I really hates black, but I still feel like these
No.
people are going to treat me better than he would.
I don't think he hates, like, really anybody for, like, the color of their skin.
He hates us for being poor.
I think he just hates everybody that's not him. Like, I think if you can't give him pussy, he does not fuck with you. If you don't got something he could grab, he's not.
Oh, fuck.
Like, why do you think he has Mike Pence? It's just one big pussy to grab.
Ooh, we're getting wild today.
We are getting a little wild.
Let's dial that back.
That is a pretty iconic line, though. like I just imagine, like, all the, presidents 7 years ago. And then there's Trump.
I wonder if, like,
Grab him by the pussy.
I feel like Freddie Mercury could have gotten away with saying that.
Oh, he definitely could. He would have been, like, on stage, like, I see a lot of people out there who wants to come grab this pussy. He was saying some weird shit on stage.
He was. He definitely was. There, the big guy, was he? He wasn't a bass player, was he? I can't remember now.
The big guy?
Yeah.
He was a guitar player.
Okay.
With the, like, black long hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a guitar
I don't know
player.
why he, like, reminds me of the Weasley brothers. Like, the twins. And I know he's not.
Like Fred and George?
Yeah. But then I was like, maybe he is. I didn't even Google it, but because when I looked at cast members, there were only people who I recognize for, like, small stuff. Like, the drummer played Angel in X-Men Apocalypse, but the other people, I mean, Mike Myers was in it. 5 points for you if you can find Mike Myers. Did you know it was him when you saw him?
No, I found it out later.
Okay, because they say he's in the movie, like, even in the opening credits, it's like Mike Myers, and I was like, oh, okay, it's gonna be interesting. And, like, I made it through the movie, did not know who he was until today in that movie. So bonus points for you.
And he gives you a little Wayne's World, little what was that? What would you call that? Well, what does he do for Wayne's World? What would you, the tip of the hat? I don't. A little goose tickle.
I don't know.
He references Wayne's World.
Yeah. What he? Yeah, it's a reference. I can't even, like, think of a weird. I feel weird now. I feel uncomfortable. I need an adult. Yeah, but for real, damn it. You can't say that because now they know who he is. If they're paying attention.
If they don't know what Wayne's World is.
It doesn't matter. He specifically says Wayne's World.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. I don't know why in my head he says Wayne's World. Because Wayne's World didn't even exist. That's weird. All right. Is there anything else that you can think of? Like, it's really weird when you get a movie where the events
there is something. When they're doing the Live Aid,
yeah.
I really was. I didn't know that he had AIDS when he did that. Like, I've seen that performance before.
I have not.
Like the real one.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of it. I didn't know he had AIDS at that point, and that he was like actually struggling, like that he couldn't sing.
Yeah.
At that point, because it's so fucking good. Like, he kills it.
Because Atticus can't sing is better than your everything.
First off, no, it's not. I can sing better than Freddie Mercury.
Oh, really?
I may not have a big mouth that you can fit a lot into, but I can sing pretty well.
Let me tell you a secret. Okay? You want to know the secret?
Yeah.
If you could sing better than Freddie Mercury, we wouldn't be doing this podcast.
There's a lot of people out there that can sing better than Freddie Mercury that just haven't made it. Maybe they're a little afraid to come out of their shell.
And they're probably not doing podcasts. And then some of them might be, but they're not Ace. Sorry, I had to get specific. I love you though. I love you though.
But I think that was a beautiful scene.
It was.
And I love you too.
I'm happy you acknowledge that, because I was about to start screaming like fucking Justice. Molly! Molly! I love you, Molly! Oh, man. I can't stand that.
If you haven't seen The Get Down, it's pretty good. You should check it out. It's on Netflix.
I didn't make it to the second half. I watched the first half, and I was like, you know what? I heard they canceled it, so I'm not gonna.
They say they canceled it, but it was like the story was done. Like, they didn't really cancel it. It was just done. It's like all these people that are mad about Luke Cage and Daredevil and all of them being canceled.
Daredevil's not canceled yet.
Yet. They're just moving to the Disney streaming service.
Yeah, we'll see.
By the way, motherfuckers, I started watching Titans. Oh, that shit's pretty good.
Which is pretty good for Ace, because he's been shitting on DC shows for like the past 4.5 months now, and it's been getting on my fucking nerves. He refuses to watch The Flash with our friends, like we weren't watching it weekly at one point.
We were. I just kind of got done with The Flash. I didn't like what they were doing with my boy Wally. I wasn't happy. Okay?
Wally's not happy either, but you don't know that because you're not watching the show. He's out trying to find himself. Anyway, we're pretty much at the end of this.
Yeah.
I say I think I'm getting like really standard with 3.5s. But like, I think a big part of me enjoying this movie was the music, which I already knew, so it's like I don't feel like it lends that much to the movie. But also it's a different kind of movie than we're used to seeing. So I'm going to go with a 3.5 just because I feel like that's a safe rating for me.
I'm going to say a 4. Because I think if they just fix the pacing,
well, that's the
amazing movie.
That's the biggest thing for me, is the pacing.
Yeah.
And like I said, people go to movies to watch a movie, but people don't go to a movie to feel like they're just sitting there. And that's why I have to take away. So yeah, 3.5 for me.
I think the pacing may not have been as bad if we liked Freddie Mercury and Queen more. Like, not if we liked them more, but if we were bigger fans.
I can understand that, but I don't think that that's necessarily something that, like, just because you know the person doesn't make it a better movie.
True.
Like, it makes it better in your eyes, but like, trying to be objective, even though everything, like I've said before, everything we do is subjective. Objectively, just because you know someone doesn't make it better.
That is true. That is true. Well, maybe it's not better to people who have seen it. I don't know what to say to this. We're about to go see Fantastic Beasts next week.
Yeah.
Or this week. So look forward to that. One thing I really like about these Fantastic Beasts movies is there's none of those assholes. You know, it's good, but the book is way better.
Because there's no fucking book.
Exactly.
I wonder if people are like, I gotta check out J.K. Rowling's Twitter. Look, he's be lit sometimes. Did I ever tell you about that guy whose house she bought?
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling is just like wild.
She a nasty nigga.
She is not the one to fuck with.
You know what her net worth is?
No.
Take a guess.
Well, I know she was a billionaire, but then she gave, like, she's the only person to ever be a billionaire and give so much to charity that they made themselves a millionaire again. So I don't know.
It's $1 billion.
Okay.
She has so much, like, and it's not even like a lot. Like, you think about certain things that people do and they're not billionaires.
Right.
Like, she's eating. She's got a motherfucking theme park, movies, books. And I was looking this up. It was top 25 selling books of all time. A bunch of dead old white niggas. And then J.K. Rowling. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And she owns 7 of those spots.
Fuck. Good for her. Good for you, J.K.
And she was homeless, guys. So, I don't know why that sounded so aggressive. So.
It still sounded aggressive.
So, you can be anything you want to be. Don't worry about where you are right now. Just work on getting to a better place.
I know I can be what I want to be if I work hard at it. Okay, I'll stop.
All right, guys. Well, you can follow us at ___ for the people. That's on Instagram and Twitter.
Indeed.
And you can follow me at @SoBase_Ace on Instagram and Twitter as well.
You could follow me at Dread Waller on both of those as well.
And we'll be back next week, guys. Adios, motherfuckers.
Bye-bye, motherfuckers.